Hello, everybody. How are you? Good evening to you. So, I just posted a react to the reading from Peek Through the Blinds, Melissa Gold, and I was in the process of uploading it, and I noticed that she posted another one about Foodie Beauty Salah, and this one has to do with the apartment. Now, I'm going to react to the reading right now, but I'm not going to release this react until tomorrow since Melissa Peek the Blinds just posted the tarot reading. So I'm just going to put this on backlog until the following day. But I did watch it and it was a really great reading. So I wanted to sit in and react to it with you guys and let's just get some insight on what's going on courtesy of Peek to the Blinds. And I hope you guys enjoy the react. If you do, don't forget to like and subscribe up to me. But also, if you happen to like this reading, don't forget to like and subscribe and give some love and comment on Peek to the Blinds channel as well, because she's a very talented reader, very entertaining, very funny. Love listening to her. So look down below. Look down there. Just open it up. There it is. There it is. There's the link. Follow the link back to her channel and all of her wonderful content and enjoy. So, what do you say we just dive into it, huh? I think that would be a great idea. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen so you guys can see. We're going to blow it up full screen so you guys can see and hear everything. And the title of this video for Peek to the Blinds is called Chantal and Salah Tarot Reading. Why did Salah pick that apartment? Was there a reason? Was it on purpose? We're about to find out. Peek to the Blinds is going to tell us. So take it away, Melissa.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Let's do a quick reading on Chantal and Salah. Everything I'm saying here is allegedly, in my opinion, for entertainment only, but I just want to ask some questions. We'll see what the cards say. I'm going to start with Salah. Why did Salah pick the apartment that they're in, that area? Why? Was there a reason? I've seen people, like, reaction channels and people saying, like, yeah, he did it on purpose. Brought her to, like, this place because she'll be extra uncomfortable and, she won't want to stay and all this and that. So is there truth to that? Like, is there a reason he chose the place that he chose? And just my feeling, when she was like, oh, I'm not in Damascus, I'm in some other area, I don't remember the name, and da-da-da. She's full of crap, all right?
Yep.
Either she was lying from the beginning about being in that area, or she's being dishonest now about obviously not, oh, I don't know where I am. She knows. She doesn't want the audience to know, all right? Because I think it's pretty obvious why. She doesn't want people to know exactly where she's at, okay? Like, all right, that's just what I feel. But show me what I need to see when it comes to why Salah chose this apartment, this place, wherever they're staying. Was there a motive, like a reason? Show me about this. Why did Salah choose this place? Seems like so much. Jeez. All right, there could be something to him choosing a place that maybe would be less desirable or would, make her want to leave.
Oh, he was being petty, wasn't he? That doesn't surprise me at all.
This is like the energy that doesn't want what they're being offered, right? The Four of Cups. So
And speaking of that, I showed those of you on my channel, like when I did the Twitter peeps, there was a clip on there showing some really beautiful places in Aleppo. So why wouldn't he go there with Foodie? I think it might have been deliberate. He didn't want her getting too comfortable. He did not want her getting the idea that she could live there. So maybe he picked a more, shall we say, basic dwelling on purpose, knowing it would make her uncomfortable.
let's see what's here. Two of Wands, Six of Wands, Six of Sword. the Fool, Eight of Pentacle, Queen of Pentacle, Four of Wands, Five of Cup.
And before we get started, just something that just popped into my head. I keep thinking about when Foodie was in Canada before she went to Syria. She came back from Kuwait. She was staying with her family, and then she popped up in her own apartment. Now, the feeling is that mom went out of her way to help Foodie get that apartment. I'm almost certain, although I don't have any receipts, I am certain because of Foodie's financial history, her bankruptcies and whatnot, and not paying on the bankruptcy, that Foodie on her own would have trouble finding a place to rent, especially in a short amount of time. So I think mom and stepdad, but especially mom, co signed on the apartment or gave money for the apartment so Foodie would have a place to stay. Maybe mom had the hope that by getting her a place to stay, she would get some stability. She would stay in Canada and just get herself together. So mom went out of her way to help Chantal. And Chantal did not want to be there. She did not want to have her name on a lease. She did not like the idea of adulting and being somewhere alone and being responsible for the rent. So she self sabotaged. She showed all of the apartment. The apartment was doxxed. The apartment manager slash landlord was contacted. And that's exactly what Chantal wanted because she did not want to be there. But all of that trouble that Chantal's mom went through to help her get into the place, and Chantal said, "Nope, I don't want to be here. So I'm just going to obliterate what's going on here and I'm going to just trash your efforts." And here we are again, her in Syria. So she came to Syria way ahead of schedule. Salah told her, "Don't come here for at least a month. Give me 1 month to set things up," because he knew what she would require and what she would want as far as a place to stay. He knew that she is a woman, that she needs a lot to be happy. She needs all the modern conveniences. And he didn't have the money nor the means at the time to find a place that would check all the boxes off. But she insisted on going over there. And in the space of the time that she has been there, she needed a refrigerator, she needed better internet, she needed more solar power, like all kinds of money spent on solar panels and whatnot. And in less than 4 days, she's going to have to leave. So all this running around that Salah has had to do to provide all these modern conveniences, and for what? She's got to leave Syria. So in Canada, she was a big burden and inconvenience. And then she went to Syria and did the same thing to Salah. Not that I feel sorry for the boy, I don't. He brought this on himself by getting involved with her, but it seems like wherever Chantal goes anymore, she gets there, she acts entitled and spoiled rotten. She's like, "Give me, give me, give me." And then after you give to her, she takes off. So talk about wasted money and wasted effort. So that's just a thought I had in my head that I want to share with y'all.
So this makes me feel. I could be totally off. All right, I'm just telling you what this makes me feel. I think this is like saying they are in the family home.
Interesting. Could that be the family home that Chantal spoke of? It would make sense if it were. It would make perfect sense. Salah is with Chantal, taking her to the family home, maybe to save on some rent. Also, big bonus, if she's there and she needs a whole bunch of stuff, and he persuades her to spend money on a bunch of stuff, it works to his benefit because whatever it is she purchases, like the solar panels or the refrigerator. When she has to leave, she can't take that stuff with her. So after she's gone, he is free to sell it or give it to family members and somehow they can benefit. So, he's being the proper gold digger, and he understands that the gold mine is only there for a limited time. So snatch all the gold out that you can before it is completely shut down, i.e., she's got to go back to Canada or she has to travel. So persuade her to buy a refrigerator, persuade her to get the solar panels. All of that is sellable and workable and works to his benefit and his family's benefit once she's out of there. He's just milking her for all kinds of money while she's there.
If whatever they're saying, like, oh, his family home that he needs to fix up, it's like an hour something away, blah blah blah. This is saying to me, no, they're in that home. All right, I could be wrong. Maybe this is saying that where they're staying now is a place where he has some sort of family members or something. But this is the home, the Four of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it makes me feel when I see that, and that could be if he was like if there's truth to what they were both saying. Like she was like, "Oh, he told me to wait, not to come," and he was like, "Yeah, I told you 3 months, whatever, to give me time to get things together." It could be like that's why the place is like in the state that it's in. Maybe it would have been more easier for her to use her CPAP, things like that, right? Because this Nine of Swords here, that can be connected to sleep apnea, legit. And I know that that solar panel, whatever they're using, I don't know how much energy that CPAP uses, but I'm sure it's been difficult for her if she needs that to sleep. All right, so Two of Wands, Six of Wands, the Nine of Sword, the Fool. It's like, yeah, I actually think that it wasn't necessarily a choice. This is like where he's staying. All right. And like she was like, oh no, handsomest husband. Like he was like, Chantal, don't be a fool. Please. She's like, no, my handsomest husband. I'm coming now. I don't need a visa. I don't need my sheep. I don't need electricity. Brr. All right. Um, and she might have said, like, no, handsomest husband, I'll come, I'll bring coin, we'll make this house a home. But it's like it ain't that easy.
No, because even if she brings the coin, okay, you can bring the coin, but then it takes time to get certain things done, like getting the solar panels and having them installed and getting all the components that go with the solar panels and just locating different things and having them brought. And it's a whole process. That's why he asked for a month. And going back to the whole CPAP situation, just something that I remember and I'd like to point out. I remember during Crackhead Olympics that Chantal felt very insecure and shy about Natter seeing her with her CPAP. So in the beginning, when she was going to his house, she would not take her CPAP machine. Was that a dumb idea? Is it dangerous? Yeah. But, she was picking vanity over necessity at that time. So if she would go without her CPAP, it would not be the first time. I'm not saying she can't do without it. She certainly does need it just in case something happens. I mean, the whole purpose of a CPAP machine is to monitor how many times you stop breathing at night because it records that, but also to make sure that if you stop breathing, that you're still getting oxygen into your body. But the whole solar panel situation, it wasn't just about the CPAP. It was just the fact that she likes to live stream all the time and she's constantly online and just she requires a lot to be happy. So the family, I guess, had one solar panel, but because Chantal is such an energy hog, they needed a second one just because of her.
All right, everything he's lost. even like representing the home itself, like that it was not in a state to begin with that was great, right? Like from everything going on there. That's what that makes me feel. All right. Now, I want to ask about this whole like so she came into Syria.
Hmm.
She didn't fly in, she drove in. We all saw she stupidly uploaded a video of it. I
Yep.
don't know what is she thinking. She's not. She's a fool. That fool energy. Um did all right. Show me Chantal like s- show me something about Chantal current energy.
Oh,
What's going on?
what happened? Oh.
All right, the devil and death fell on the
Ooh.
floor. Great. All right. All right, I'm seeing this on the bottom. Oh shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then this
Uh-oh.
coin, and there's that house. Oh,
Eesh.
there's my princess. There she is. With that chariot. All right. This says to me that my friend Chantal, she she wanted to get out of there. She actually wants to get away from Salah. She might feel like Salah lied to her about something. When I see this. Um she might feel like Salah either she feels or she caught him lying about something. It could have to do with actual coin, like him not being honest about, and I think I said this in the last reading, certain things, saying it's more than it is because, all right, and he could be doing this either because he feels he has to, like he has to pay certain people, or he needs it for this house because, like, I don't know if she's like, oh, don't worry, handsomest husband, I'm gonna get you to Canada. I'll get you out of here. Like, no, he's stuck wherever he's at because of her. That's how he feels.
Yeah, Chantal did mention something about Salah had lost his Kuwaiti residency because of everything that happened. I don't know if that's true. Rule number one, Chantal lies. You really can't trust what she says, but that is what she has said. Maybe Salah told her that so that she would believe that and she wouldn't question him being there with her and she would not feel afraid about him leaving her. Maybe he still can't go back to Kuwait. Time will tell. Time will only tell. But I don't know how she would be able to catch him uh, as far as any kind of money discrepancies. She doesn't know how to speak the language. She doesn't know anybody there unless she has that women's intuition that's kicking in and saying something ain't right, something don't smell right, and she's following that. Or she's listening to the tarot readers because we've been telling her, hey, hey, he's ripping you off, Chantal. Maybe she's starting to listen to us.
Um, this devil and death on the floor. I mean, I feel like this has to do with the physicals, the mentals. Um, I feel like she's kissing this on the lips.
Ooh,
And even though she's been there what, like not even 10 days, she gets there and within like a day she's like, oh, my whole life is different and I'm a skinny queen and da da da. But it's like, no, she's actually maybe doing things that are even more like affecting her body more so, like eating too much fruit. Like, yeah, fruit is natural, but sh she's diabetic. It's sugar. And whatever snacks she can get. This
I'm going to say something, and I'm not saying it in a hateful way. Myself, Neo, Peek to the Blinds, 411 you watch all of the current readings from all the lovely ladies, if you watch them side by side by side, you'll see that a lot of us are pulling the same cards for Chantal. It's not like we plan it, it just happens. And there seems to be something coming for Chantal. Maybe something related to her health. Chantal, you need to go back to Canada for medical care. You really do. Like the feeling I'm getting from you, and this, I don't want this feeling. I want you to know I don't want this feeling. I am not gloating over this feeling. It's just a feeling. I honestly feel that death is so close to you, it's practically leaning over your shoulder and blowing in your ear. I don't know if that concerns you or if that would concern you. You did say long ago that you were going to keep eating until something happened. Like you already made the choice that you were not going to care for your health. You were not going to do anything. You're making that choice for yourself. But I'm feeling the energy, Chantal. You need to go home. You need to do it now, and you need to go to a hospital. It's that bad. It's really, really that bad. You've been flirting with death, and you've been texting death over and over, trying to get death's attention. Death is literally standing over your shoulder. It's ready to take you. And again, I'm not saying that because I want that for you, but it's almost if you want that for yourself. So if you care about your health, then listen and go home and take care of yourself. Because if you don't, there might be a medical event of some sort that you are not ready for.
Says to me that she is definitely doing the B word.
Yeah, she definitely is. She's done it on camera, so you're not wrong. She is having major B moments out there. It's amazing. She's in Syria where there are food shortages, and you would think that that would cause some sort of awareness about where she's at and what's going on and what other people are going through and make her be self-aware of what she's doing and make her not want to do it. But she's having major B moments in Syria and putting them on camera for the world to see. And it's quite disturbing. She is using food to self soothe and to cope and to hide her discomforts. But all that's leading to is more pain and more discomfort. It's a toxic hamster wheel that she's been on for so many years of her life, and yet she won't get off.
um like in her own way, as all right, the toxic behaviors.
Yeah.
Also, this relationship, this toxic bond, this obsession with handsomest husband is going to be the end of her. What? All right, I don't know. Like, I don't know if when I used to get this card in the past, especially when I ask about her health or certain things, I'd be like, dun 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 dun, dun 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 dun. All right, but the future's not written, and all that. But this is a permanent ending. It's a feeling like, man, I don't know. This toxic I feel like this connection is going to be like the end of her. Not
I have a question, peek to the blinds, if you don't mind, ma'am. Like the death card, I mean, there's a million different ways to interpret it, of course. Could it be that her being in Syria, like she's taken things to an extreme level? So would it take something extreme to separate her from Salah? Like, say, he ghosts her and leaves her alone and he disappears. It's going to take something extreme for her to let go. You got to force her to let go. With just about every relationship, she's been forced to let go. She didn't let go on her own. There are always extreme circumstances to the letting go. I'm getting something right now that if Salah disappears from Chantal's world, meaning he ghosts her or he moves on and she doesn't have him around to control, like he's out of her grasp. And if she tries to go back home to Canada and get in Natter's good graces because he's the last one standing, if she doesn't have control over a man, if she loses control over the two major men in her life, Salah and Natter, that might lead to her just absolutely spiraling because she won't know what to do with herself. She's always tried to be the puppet master to people, but without puppets, she's lost.
The Pentacle, King of Cup, the Five of Sword. Again, this energy connected to the coin. She could be feeling. I don't know if that Seven of Swords. This thing I'm feeling about being betrayed, like a lie. Okay, catching him in a lie, or feeling like she's being played or something.
She is being played, but then again, she asked for it. She literally flew over there to get played.
Um,
She didn't have to. She could have stayed in Canada, but she just couldn't help herself. She was impulsive. She was lonely. She was bored. She doesn't know how to function without a man around. She was literally begging to get played.
she might be missing coin or feeling like, yeah, this was a coin is like this is all about coin for him.
Yeah, it's that's the way it's always been. It's always been about the money. And when she gets her paycheck on the 22nd, it's really going to hit home because her paycheck on the 22nd is going to be tiny. It's probably going to be the smallest paycheck she's ever gotten from YouTube. She missed 2 whole weeks of work last month. And then the final 2 weeks of the month, she wasn't doing much. She was being boring. So her YouTube check is going to be, it's going to be small. It's going to be baby carrot sized. And there's not enough baby carrot for her and him. He's not going to be a happy man. No, he's not. And he might ghost her as a result.
And they could be fighting about that.
Yep.
I mean, sometimes I say this Five of Sword is about someone that's standing up for themselves or they're walking away instead of having a fight. Like, but here I feel like it's like an argument. I think this is Salah overall energy. Like when he said, this is no time for emotions. For
Mm.
him, he has to like, I feel like here this is him really trying to control his emotions and also maybe emotionally manipulating Chantal.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think there's like multi layers going on, Melissa, peek to the blinds. There's like multi layers going on all at the same time. You got one layer where I'm hearing him in my head right now. Like, not now, Chantal, not now. Like, she just gets emotional and she starts going off and complaining and griping and bitching. And he's just like, not now, not now. He's trying to streamline his thoughts. He's trying to focus on getting things done. For that, he needs a calm mind. He needs a calm state of mind to focus, to think, to plan, to get things done, to just put things in order, a priority, and be productive. And every time he starts to do that, or he gets in the middle of that, here comes Chantal with her chaos noise in his ear and interrupting him and pulling him off track and disrupting everything. And it irritates him. He wants to tell her to go away. He wants to tell her to shut up. It would make him so happy to walk up to her and say, "Shut up, Chantal. Go have a pizza." He can't do it. Why? Because she is the financial backer to what's going on. So he's got to choose his words somewhat carefully for now. He's got goals. There are things he wants to do, but he needs Chantal's money to do it. So he is, just gritting his teeth and biting his tongue nearly off. He's trying to play nice, but it's hard. She makes it hard. She makes it very hard. She acts like a brat. He doesn't have any nerves left, but he's like, he just, it takes all of what he's got to keep from blowing up at her. But he just keeps, talking down his anger, talking down his anger. Like, I want to say something to her. I want to say something, but I'm got my eye on the prize. I want to get these things done. I want to get them done in a certain timeline. I want to get as much done as possible. I want to get as much money as possible. And I I can't do these things if she cuts off the money right now. So he is just smiling through his teeth, trying to play nice. But she's really getting on his nerve.
For the purpose of coin. All right, show me.
Like right now he wasn't an emotional person with Chantal, and she wants him to be emotional. She wants that validation that he cares about her, but the only emotion that he's feeling for her is anger, resentment, rage, revenge. That's the emotions that he's feeling for you, Foodie, not love. He doesn't feel love for you. And when you start getting emotional, he's like, just shut it down. Shut it down. You're throwing something at me that I don't want and I don't have time for, that I'm not feeling. Just take it away. Get it off my plate. I'm not going to eat it. He gets irritated when she brings up the emotional because he doesn't feel that way.
This by asking, what might we see in the near future? I usually say the future is not written. Choices people make today determine tomorrow. But let's see what's here. Now I did just see the Ten of Swords and the Page of Swords. The last reading, I saw that Page of Sword, and I really feel like it was someone like watching them. All right, yeah, someone watching them that feels like they're owed.
Ooh,
There's energies that are gonna be having their hand out. Like there's more coins. All right. All right, I don't know. Show me what we might see in the near future. What might we see in the near future? Because she only got a few days till
yeah.
it's 14 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if she's getting out of there.
Mm.
This makes me feel like she's gonna be making some new memories with Handsomest husband. All right. I could be wrong. Maybe the next time we see her, it'll be in Canada, but I'm not seeing cards that make me think of travel. And I'm seeing this again. So I don't know if this is like her not being honest with the audience, Salah not being honest with her, Salah and Chantal not being honest with one another, just being overall manipulative energies, now getting their karma. Uh, like I'm seeing fate, destiny. Mm.
I wonder if Salah is buttering her up and selling this thing to her like, just keep giving me money and I'll keep fixing out the house and we can stay there together and blah, blah, blah. He knows what to say to her to have her give up more money. Chantal is gullible that way. He knows how to play right into her emotions to get what he wants. And I wonder if he's doing that. If he's selling the family home, let's be together dream to her to get more cash.
Sometimes I connect this to a lack of control, or controlling the only thing we can, which is ourselves. Um, this is being heartbroken. This this could also be her physical heart. Something happening with that.
And I'm going to say it because I have to say it. And this is an ugly, ugly thing to say, but I feel the need to say it. Maybe part of the reason why Salah is all over Foodie right now and trying to get her to spend money at the speed of light is because he sees her without the filters. he's around her in the real. And I'm sure he is more personally exposed to how she is. He may be concerned that something might happen to her real soon. And if she is his financial benefactor, which she is, he might be in the mindset of, I need to get all I can out of her financially before something does happen. Because if something happens to her, no more money. So I'm just going to get her to spend money willy nilly on different things because I want to get all I can before something occurs. I mean, it's an ugly thought, but it is a possibility.
All right. I'm not trying to put. I'll knock on wood. I'm not trying to put bad vibes or whatever's out there. But that's when that it's fucking there. What do you want from me?
I love you, Melissa. I love you. That's You're so great. It's there. What do you want from me? I love that. I love that. Cards with attitude. I love it. I love it. You're sassy. I love the sass.
Again, this Nine of Pentacle. She's gonna feel very alone. All right, and she's gonna be again the money, trying to get money in her hand. That's gonna be her big issue. All right, guys, that's what I'm seeing there. Only time will tell. There's things I didn't ask that you want me to leave in the comments. Let me know.
What a wonderful reading. And thank you, Melissa. Peek to the blinds. Wonderful reading. Wonderful insight. Ooh, looks like Salah's up to something and Foodie might have caught him. She might have caught him, or maybe she just has that old fashioned, hardwired in women's intuition. Maybe she's starting to listen to it, tap into it, and it's whispering in her ear and telling her, something ain't right. You need to pay attention. Maybe she is paying attention and she's not liking what she's picking up. So we will see what happens. Well, wonderful reading, Melissa. Wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and end it here, y'all. But y'all, don't forget to look down below. Look down there. You see it? See that link? Original video link. There it is. You found it. Follow the original video link back to Peek to the Blinds channel. Check out all of her wonderful content. Sub up to her. Give her a like. Leave a comment for her. And hey, let's give her some love. Like give her some love. Like she deserves some love. So y'all take care. And if you like my react, sub up to me and comment to me also. So I'm gonna hold on to this until tomorrow or later on tonight. But y'all take care and have a good one. Bye.